Wednesday, February 4th, 26. Today on Bold and the Beautiful, Liam learns Eric is Katie's new designer, and Ridge feels immense guilt. Read the last B&B recap. Dylan and RJ shared a moment after she announced she's leaving, and Taylor and Deacon profess their love. Brooke coos as Ridge sucks on ER neck at Forrester. She appreciates his friskiness. He has never been happier, and that's because of her. She says her life is pretty perfect, but she misses working with her sister. He says he would hire her back if she left her fashion house behind. He blames Bill for everything. They are both sure the fashion house will be a dead end. Brooke does a phone interview and claims she's very happy for her sister. Ridge starts complaining about the new people in the cutting room fighting. He misses his dad since he could handle that sort of this. Brooke assures him he's a people person and people like him. They speculate on how Katie got as a designer. Ridge says that whoever it is will not have the elegance or sophistication of Forrester. He refuses to see Katie's company as competition. It doesn't have the legacy of Eric. He misses his dad. Brooke says change is inevitable. Ridge still wakes up in the middle of the night because he feels so bad for pushing his dad out. When he sees his dad, he seems content, but he's sure he would do anything to be designing again. In the design office, Hope asks Liam to pick up their daughter since she's so busy. They can't believe Eric has retired. Liam would have handled it differently and not pressured his father to step down. They give Ridge credit for realizing he overstepped. Not that it made any difference. She thinks the drama between Katie and Brooke has been hard on both of them. Donna is stuck in the middle and wants peace. Her mom has tried to smooth things over, but no dice. They agree to stay neutral about this. They want everyone to get along. Hope asks if he has any idea who the new designer is. He doesn't. Liam lives to pick up the kid. In Bill's office, he and Katie talk about Eric's desire to stick it to the dressmaker. It sounds great to Bill. As he tells her what a great job she's doing, Eric arrives in disguise and pulls out his design portfolio. Eric reminds them no one can know he's the lead designer. She goes through his designs and tells him they are exactly what she wanted. Even Bill is damn impressed. Eric says he hasn't received compliments like this for quite some time. Bill hopes he's all in on this. He says he's totally devoted to making this a success for Katie. She'll prove to everyone that she's a winner. Both men go on about how special Katie is. She tells Eric he's special too. He admits Ridge hasn't made him feel that way since he forced him out. Katie tells him he's still an artist and at the top of his game. As they repeat that they have to keep his role as designer a secret, Liam stumbles in. He notices all of the designs on the desk and starts stuttering as he puts things together. Bill can see he's in shock. Eric explains that he was forced out and he's doing this for the most wonderful woman he knows. Bill tells his son they need to keep this under wraps. This is Spencer business, and he can't say anything, not even to Hope. Eric knows hell will break loose, but they brought it on themselves. His new chapter is with Logan. Love Bold and the Beautiful? Join our official Bold and Beautiful Lovers Facebook group. The Bold and the Beautiful's must-watch moments for Thursday, February 5th include Deacon and Taylor taking their lives into their own hands and kissing again. It's going to be a day full of drama in Los Angeles. Taylor and Deacon stopped dancing around their feelings and finally acknowledged what had been building between them. Deacon originally sought Taylor's help as a therapist after uncovering the truth about Sheila's lies. Although Taylor drew a firm professional line with Sheila, making it clear they could no longer be friends, she struggled to enforce those same boundaries where Deacon was concerned. The situation intensified when Taylor and Deacon shared a kiss. Steffi immediately insisted that Taylor drop Deacon as a client, but Taylor refused to comply. Determined to put an end to the growing connection, Steffi even tried to enlist Hope's help, only to discover Hope was relieved that her father was finally moving on from Sheila. At the same time, Deacon attempted to gently distance himself from Sheila, but the message didn't fully land. The tension was heightened by the fact that Sheila was holding a knife as he spoke. Meanwhile, Steffi made her position unmistakably clear to Taylor, issuing an ultimatum and warning that she could not continue any relationship with Deacon. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers indicate that Sydney Bullock recently addressed some Luna Nozawa mask and plastic surgery fan theories. Bullock also revealed whether Dylan is evil, so let's look at what she said in a new interview with Sue D. Although B&B's making it seem like Dylan's headed for the exit door, that's not the case since Sydney Bullock is on contract. In fact, Bullock promised a messy little foursome is coming up soon. Of course, that foursome will include Dylan, Will Spencer, Electra Forrester, and RJ Forrester. Bullock admitted she's always learning new details about her character and enjoys seeing all the surprises in her scripts. Some viewers have wondered about Dylan's motives and whether she's as bad as Ivy Forrester thinks she is. However, Bullock suggested it's a case of someone with a good heart making not-so-great choices. But my interpretation for now is that she's not evil. She just maybe doesn't make all the best decisions, Bullock said, before acknowledging that Dylan's been through a lot of difficult situations. It was easy for Dylan to get caught up in her crush on Will since he gave her somewhere safe to land in a tough time. Dylan cares about Electra too, so it's been quite the inner battle for her. Since there have been wild fan theories about Luna being alive and somehow coming back in the form of Dylan, Bullock addressed those and shut down the idea that her character is mentally unstable. As far as I know, I'm not Luna in a mask or Luna with plastic surgery to look like Dylan. I think Dylan, she's genuine. She's not a psychopath, Bullock confirmed. Although Sydney Bullock made it clear that her character isn't Luna 2.0, she admitted Dylan perhaps has a rebellious side. Dylan has the potential to be a bit more of a bad girl than Electra from Bullock's perspective. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Dylan's storyline will lead to some shocking news and new sources of conflict, so stay tuned for updates on all the action. In the February 4th episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, Hope and Liam reunited after their wedding in December. They weighed in on the Logan-Forrester feud that's been brewing for months now. The couple found themselves amid the battles involving the Logan'S, Forresters, and Spencers, but they promised that they won't pick sides. Of course, that's unlikely to last. Liam visited Hope at the showroom at Forrester Creations. Her head was spinning. She had asked her husband to pick up Beth since she had to prepare for the relaunch of Hope for the Future. The conversation shifted to Eric's retirement and Katie's new fashion house. Hope empathized with both of them because they had gone through similar situations. They were both pushed out of Forrester Creations. Liam and Hope recapped the Logan-Forrester feud. Hope admitted that Logan was the name that Forrester Creations helped create. When Liam defended Katie, she joked that her aunt got her first fan. But the couple agreed to be Switzerland with this situation. They refused to pick sides even though the lines were drawn. Hope said she wants everyone to get along, and Liam agreed. Hope asked Liam about Katie's new designer and if he knew about it. He assured her that if he knew, he would tell her. But he abruptly left to pick up their daughter. Hope would rather have the Logan sisters getting along together under the same fashion house. She doesn't like seeing this feud play out. At the end of the day, she values everyone's happiness, including her mom's. Liam knows that Katie could be successful on her own. He supports her new endeavor. What's also interesting to note is that it wasn't mentioned that Liam is the reason why Katie could use the Logan trademark. He raced to secure it in time. Suddenly, Liam found himself in the middle. He showed up at Spencer Publications when Eric spoke to Katie and Bill about him being the lead designer, which had to be kept secret. Now, Liam is in on the secret. This could affect his marriage to Hope. She wanted to make sure that Liam would confide in her about Katie's lead designer. However, he had already backed himself into a corner when he was forced to side with his family. Ah, we love it when a plan falls into place on The Bold and the Beautiful. If Taylor Hayes was flirting with Deacon to get her ex-husband's attention, it worked. Whether or not it was part of Taylor's grand scheme, Ridge Forrester will blow his top when he finds out about his baby mama and Sheila Carter's husband. But is he angry enough to dump Brooke Logan and take Taylor back? Keep reading to find out. This week on The Bold and the Beautiful, spoilers say Steffi Forrester will be at her wit's end dealing with her mother Taylor Hayes' shenanigans. Steffi ordered her mother to steer clear of Sheila's husband, and that clearly didn't work. Of course, it didn't help that Hope Logan went behind Steffi's back and encouraged the lovebirds to run off together. Regardless, Steffi is clearly losing control, and it's time to call in reinforcements. Ridge Forrester has been busy running Forrester Creations into the ground with his wife Brooke Logan, but Steffi will give him an update on the new man in her mom's life. Ridge has never been a fan of Deacon Sharp, and he's been kidnapped by Sheila in the past. Taylor's ex-husband will agree with Steffi on this matter, and fans can expect him to confront her soon. Last year, Ridge was engaged to marry Taylor and live happily ever after. Then he went to Naples and came back home and married her rival Brooke Logan, without so much as an explanation. Frankly, Ridge should be happy if Taylor even takes meetings with him, let alone listens to anything he has to say. But soap spoilers say Taylor could use her affair with Deacon as leverage to reunite with Ridge. Taylor was clearly lonely, and her patient is giving her the attention and ego boost she needed. If she's going to give up her hot new rebound for him, Ridge Forrester better be bringing something to the table. Would Taylor agree to abandon her affair with Deacon if Ridge dumped Brooke Logan and they got back together? More importantly, would Ridge actually consider doing that to save Steffi's mom? Katie Spencer has the bull by the horns on The Bold and the Beautiful, now that she nabbed Eric Forrester as her secret designer. There's only one problem. Eric signed on to Logan under one condition: secrecy. Can Katie keep a lid on her cocky husband, though? Here's what's happening next week on Bold and Beautiful. Spoilers below. Dollar Bill Spencer is thrilled that his wife scored Ridge Forrester's father as her designer at the new fashion company, but it's killing him inside that he can't rub it in his rival's face. According to Bold and Beautiful spoilers, Bill agreed with Katie and Eric that they should keep their new partnership under wraps. It's what's best for the business. But Bill Spencer's emotions could get the best of him in upcoming weeks on the soap. Bill Spencer is still fuming over the way that Brooke Logan and Ridge Forrester treated his wife. After they replaced her at Forrester, they tried to sabotage her for starting her own company. Brooke tried everything to stop Katie from naming her new company. The battle lines have been clearly drawn. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say that Bill Spencer will find himself arguing with Ridge Forrester in upcoming weeks. Dollar Bill's not exactly known for his level-headed behavior. If Ridge pokes the bear enough, Katie's husband could lose his cool and hit him back where it hurts. Nothing would make Bill happier than seeing the shock and confusion on Ridge's face when he finds out his father is working for him. Do you think Katie and Eric will be able to keep their secret for much longer? Will Bill Spencer lose his cool and be the one who exposes them? Share your theories down below and keep checking Soap Opera Spy daily for new Bold and Beautiful spoilers and updates. On The Bold and the Beautiful, February 3rd, Deacon confessed his feelings for Taylor. He admitted that he couldn't live without her, no matter what her daughter says. Deacon was close to breaking up with Sheila, but he got choked up by her meat cleaver. Taylor called Deacon and told him she needed to see him as soon as possible. Deacon agreed to meet her at Steffi's, even though she set a hard line in the sand with her mother. Once Deacon arrived, Taylor explained that Steffi threatened to ditch her unless she let go of him. Taylor admitted that she can't let go of her daughter and grandkids, but she couldn't risk losing Deacon either. The couple reaffirmed their love for one another. They wondered how they could make this work. They were so overcome by passion that they almost made love at Steffi's place, but Deacon promised her that it would happen at a better place and a better time. In their raw, candid conversation, Deacon spoke about his complicated past. He admitted that he has a long scar on his stomach from committing one of his many crimes. Taylor admitted that she has a past as well, but she can see how much he's changed. Deacon told Taylor the one thing that she's done that Sheila could never do. "Nobody has ever made me feel seen the way that you do," he shared. "Not even Sheila?" Taylor wondered. Deacon shook his head before saying, "Sheila didn't flinch when she saw the bad in me, but you only see the good." Deacon's learned to move forward with his past. He wears that scar as armor. Now, he wants to let his guard down around Taylor. But will they be able to make their love work? The odds are stacked against them. Steffi threatened Taylor, saying she would disown her if this relationship happened. In the meantime, Deacon could lose his head once Sheila finds out. Or maybe it will be Taylor who has more to lose in the end. The Bold and the Beautiful, spoilers for February 2nd through 20, reveal that Katie Spencer will overstep. Steffi Forrester's ultimatum blows up in her face. Now romantic entanglements appear. Liam Spencer will learn that Eric Forrester has come aboard as Katie's lead designer. Eric will have some new and exciting designs that Katie needs to approve. Liam will have to agree to keep the Forresters in the dark. Will Liam slip up and tell Steffi who Logan's lead designer happens to be? Dylan will shock Will Spencer, and Electra Forrester will be shocked when Dylan tells them she is leaving town. Dylan may actually try to drive away, only to be stopped from Will and Electra while trying to carry out the marching orders given by Ivy Forrester to leave town. However, it seems that RJ Forrester and Dylan are about to meet, opening up a way for Dylan to stay in Los Angeles. Will Dylan and RJ hit it off as a couple? Or will they team up to break up Electra and Will? RJ seemed very taken with her in the beginning. Does RJ have his sights set on Electra instead? Steffi has laid down the law with her mother, Taylor Hayes. Steffi has threatened to cut her family out of Taylor's life if she refuses to cut ties with Deacon Sharp. Steffi will go as far as to pull Ridge Forrester into this, even after he threw her away for Brooke Logan again. Ridge will make it his job to keep Deacon away from Taylor this week. Ridge will likely puff up like a blowfish and order Deacon to not put Taylor in danger by causing Sheila Sharp to go after her. However, Taylor may chime in there and tell Ridge to mind his own business. Ridge doesn't want her, but doesn't want anyone else to have her either. Sheila is a very dangerous woman, and Taylor knows that. Taylor knows that Sheila believes she has saved her marriage, but Sheila also threatened Taylor's life. However, the heart wants what it wants, and Taylor's heart wants Deacon. RJ and Dylan fans may get to see a bit more of what is going on with these two as well. Will Dylan be crushing on RJ, or will the two of them join forces to break up Will and Electra? Carter Walton and Daphne Rose may decide to kick their wedding plans into high gear. In the meantime, Taylor and Deacon may decide to sneak around and see each other in private. Deacon and Taylor are obviously thrilled by their secretive romance. Will Sheila become suspicious and decide to get to the bottom of this? Eric's secret could be out as well, giving Ridge something else to rant and rave about. Katie will obviously may be accused of going too far by hiring Eric without Ridge's knowledge. However, Eric was the one who approached her about this issue. Will Eric's truth come out before Katie can find a way to cover up this accusations? Katie Spencer and Eric Forrester have been trying to keep their new partnership a secret on The Bold and the Beautiful, but every week, a new person learns that Ridge's father is Katie's new designer. Beatty is going to have to start passing out NDAs at this rate. Will Liam Spencer be able to keep their secret? Keep reading to find out. So far, Liam Spencer has been in the dark about the fashion aspect of Katie Spencer's new fashion house. It's hard for Liam not to notice that his stepmom and dad Dollar Bill are having secret meetings with Ridge Forrester's father. Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say this week that Katie and Eric Forrester will start getting busy on the company's new line. Liam Spencer will be shocked when he realizes that the designer everyone has been trying to keep a secret is Forrester Creations' patriarch, Eric. At first, Liam will probably be excited for Beatty's huge new addition to the company. Logan is going to need all the extra help it can get to compete against Forrester Creations and start a brand from the ground up. Once the shock wears off and reality sets in, Liam will realize that this secret could wreak havoc on his marriage to Hope Logan. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say that Liam will be sworn to secrecy. Will he be able to keep his lips sealed at the dinner table with his wife, though? Everyone at Forrester Creations is trying to figure out the identity of Katie's new mystery designer. If Hope starts quizzing her husband about who is working for his stepmom, will Liam lie? Will she be able to forgive him if he doesn't come clean? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Wednesday, February 4th, 2026, tease Liam late to the party on some big news. Perhaps Liam Spencer is just too happy with his new old life with Hope Logan to be paying much attention to what goes on around the office. While he was able to secure the name Logan for Katie Logan's new fashion house, he has not been any more involved than that. Imagine his surprise when he learns that Eric Forrester is now the lead designer for Logan and can give Hope for the future a run for its money. Will he tell Hope the news to give her a heads up that there is some serious competition from a very experienced designer on the way? Well, not if Eric has anything to say about it. He remains insistent that his involvement with Logan remain a secret from anyone involved with Forrester Creations, except for Donna Logan, of course. He just knows that if Brooke Logan or Ridge Forrester got wind of the news, they'd have a collective conniption and there would be hell to pay. He just wants to design for now and deal with the fallout later. Back at Forrester Creations, Ridge is finally starting to feel the loss of his father. It's strange at the office without Eric's constant presence. He loves having RJ Forrester back, but even RJ is missing his mentor. Eric was the one who encouraged him to be a designer, but now he is gone. Ridge begins to finally feel enormous guilt for what he did to Eric. He forced him to retire when Eric wasn't ready to do so, and now he wonders if that was a mistake. He hasn't heard Eric complaining much lately, so he thinks his dad is doing fine. And he is doing fine, because he is designing for another company. When Ridge learns that particular truth, Eric will be proven right. Perhaps he knows what he is doing, keeping his little secret.